What's going on, guys? It is February 20th, Monday evening. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Once again, I appreciate the support, the love, the comments, everything that comes with it. And without further ado, let's get it.
Well, I put some makeup on. First off, let me start by saying that dating is hard and a very vulnerable thing, no matter what size you are. Let's start even before you go on a first date, right? The hype leading up to it. You constantly fixate on, are they going to think I'm fat? One thing I've learned that's helped me switch my mindset with this is that just like you have a type, you are somebody's type. Let that sink in.
Now, real quick, we're gonna take a quick pause because she's already pumping the HOPIUM all throughout the airwaves. Now, clearly, we just heard her say that all weights, I guess, have a similar level of difficulty. And I think we all know as men that is completely not true. There's certain categories of weight that have a far more difficult time converting than, let's just say, the regular or the average weight class. So that's number one. Number two, what she just said was the ultimate kamehameha in regard to giving girls who probably were going to look into a diet or either some other form of more acceptable weight class, and instead telling them that, hey, don't worry about it, you're someone else's type, which I guess in actuality that could be correct in a weird way, but that's just simply not the norm. And let's not act as if there's equally amount of people out there looking for that than there are people who are actually looking for something that's more normal, something a little, I don't know, just more attractive, we'll call it. But let's go.
Understand is hard to come to terms with because we've been told our whole life that our body is not lovable. When I was dating, people would always tell me, don't think about.
And the thing is, it's not that it's not lovable being a larger woman. It's just that it's not preferred. And I think that's, as this lady is clearly dressing her face up to look completely different than what we just saw at the beginning of the video, put all that stuff to the side for the moment. I get where she's coming from, but let's not act as if this is going to be equal opportunity amongst all weight classes for females. I just want to make sure that's driven home very, very clearly. That's not what this is.
About if they like you. Think about if you like them. Like,
that's some more bad advice. Why would you liking me all of a sudden weigh more than me liking you when it is you who was pursuing the date or relationship or XYZ with me? Come on now. You let's not devalue what men want. Once again, this is a great example of females totally putting their likes and desires above anything the other class or other other side of the coin is going to want. And this is nothing but a recipe for disaster. But we'll let it keep going.
I don't want to hear that. To me, that wasn't helpful in any way because you physically cannot help but worry about if they like you. Your date.
Okay, cool. She agreed with that because seriously, we ain't going to sit here and be like, oh, well, if I like him, then that matters more than he liking me. Come on. Nah, not today.
Dating. I'm going to share some things that were actually helpful to me when I was dating. Make sure they have seen some form of you that's most up to date. Whether that's like a picture on your dating profile that's full body or on FaceTime before you go on the date. For me, that just took some pressure off because it's like you already knew what I looked like before I got there.
Correct. No one can claim they just got catfished. I got you. But go ahead.
Also, this might seem super simple, but wear a color that does not show sweat. Because you're going to be nervous and you're probably going to be sweating. And the last thing you need to worry about is if your sweat stains are showing. And one last thing.
My goodness. But let's just act as if, once again, all weight classes sweat the same. And we know that ain't true. Come on now. These women, a little bit larger. Now, granted, look at this photo right here. She looks from the neck up a whole 180 from where she was at the beginning of the video, and that's cool. That's I'm not even into this type at all. But I will say from the neck up, not bad. After she done dressed up and dolled herself up, not bad. I still ain't trying to get at it, but not bad. I will say that.
The size in your jeans is the least interesting thing about you.
And I agree. The size, as many extra pairs of pants that was needed to develop that pair of pants, you're 100% correct. And I agree. That is not the most interesting thing. Right. Now, before we jump into these comments real quick, I want to just briefly say initially, at my thoughts when I saw this video was that she's going against tons of health professionals, probably her doctor, more or less people around her that truly love and care about her, as she's choosing to accept herself as she is and assuming that that is the best that she's going to be. And I will say, problem with that is there's many women out there in the same weight class. And we're going to back that up with these comments here in a second. But the point of why I'm saying this is because women should not think this is acceptable, not in any way, shape, or form. Number one that comes to my mind is eventually what comes with a relationship, family, and then kids, right? And who wants to have, you know, a relationship with someone who at some juncture could have been mistaken to be pregnant, you know? And not to mention, obviously, when the baby does come, how much harder is it going to be for her to actually lose the weight when she's already big? That's the crazier part. Not to mention, obviously, the health concerns and potential birth defects, yada, 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 that come with having a pregnancy with this type of female. And those things are important, you know, despite how she feels on the inside and, you know, yada, yada, yada. I get all that. I respect all that, too. But let's just not act as if those things are not important. When you're big like that, you're not going to have the options. Number two, when it comes to things down the road, it's just not healthy. It shows a lack of discipline as well as a lack of self-control, and amongst many other things, including ignoring advice from clearly professionals who know and have seen what down the road looks like for females such as her. So, but anyway, let's jump into these comments real quick. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how disillusioned she is and her followers and how much hopium she's out there pumping. All right, boom, right here, as you can see it. I needed this. Almost 4,200 likes. I went down the whole video. This is the most liked comment on the video. So I think that says a lot right there. There's a lot of women in this same boat who just don't want to change or make themselves any healthier. They want to take it just as they are. And it's a shame. Now I take that back. That last comment was not the most commented, or excuse me, most liked comment. This right here is actually the most liked comment. And you can see, obviously, I guess this chick is verified. So, you know, when you're verified and you're a larger woman, of course, larger women follow your post, blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. So 10.8 K likes or whatever. And clearly, you can see right there, you are somebody's type. If that is not the most, if that don't give you the most hope out there, I don't know what does. I mean, how else can you say don't worry about your health without clearly saying do not worry about your health? I mean, oh boy. So much for what guys want. Once again, it's just to the bottom of the scrotum. They don't even value it. They don't even value it anymore. So much for what we like. It's just too bad, so sad. Now check this comment out. Here's one that goes against the grain. Unfortunately, it ain't got but only one like. But look what she says. I just lost weight. It was the best decision ever. Now I'm confident, prettier, and clothes look better on me. Now, in my opinion, this should have all the likes on it. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. That should have all the likes on it. That is far more attractive. You took control. You're now obviously more confident. You said it yourself. You feel prettier, and she probably is. And the clothes look better on her. Why can't that be the message that's promoted? Not this, take me as I am. All that matters is if you like him. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We need to get past that. So men, continue, hold the line. Make sure that the message stays promoted. We are no longer just going to lay down and accept this is what life is. And we're not going to accept women who think like this. Women who think like this give no room for error and think what they say is gospel. And we ain't riding on that. So guys, drop some comments below. Let me know what you think. You know, do you like them like this? You know what I'm saying? It's all, I mean, everybody got their own thing. You know what I'm saying? But is this the more popularized female that most men are out there seeking? And just keeping it a buck, does it make more sense to make a change and get yourself in a more healthier scenario so you can have more options? Or do you believe that big girls have just as many options as you know, we'll just say more average to slimmer women, or more fit women, we'll call it. All right. Have a great one, guys. Appreciate your time. To the next. Peace.